welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to do some upscaling today, so I've got another camera crew, so I might be looking different direction. We're going to make a simple tomato puree. So I'm going to make, I think about 35 litres. I'm going to get. Are you ready yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go on to this one. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about upscaling. A lot of people have asked me how to upscale because they're starting to cook for bigger parties. Even some people, amateurs, are starting to try and sell it from their houses and stuff. So this is for you guys really. We're going to be making just a simple tomato puree. It goes in most curries that aren't creamy. So yeah, we're just going to make about 35 litres, I think I said. So a lot of the time now, I'm just used to like putting this much in, and I kind of don't know how much I'm putting in, but I know it's the right amount. So today I'm going to try and be a bit more specific with the amounts. So I've got a pot here. So I'm just going to get our gas on. An industrial cooker. So obviously my cooking time is going to be a lot faster than yours if you haven't got an industrial cooker. So that's on now. So we're just going to heat it up. We're going to need some oil. So we use 10-20 litre drums of oil, and we go through mass amount. So, but I find these better than the 20 litres, better for us to kind of handle. We use the KTC branded ones. Vegetable oil is used quite a lot. And so that's now going in. Like I said, I know by the eye how much I'm going to put in. I think that's about a couple of litres. Would you agree? About 2-3 litres, yeah. Probably. So about 2-3 litres of oil. It's important not to go too much, put too much oil, because tomato puree would just have a lot of oil coming out. The curries have got oil, so it will just kind of make everything very oily. So we're going to wait a few minutes for the oil to warm up, really. I'll be back in 1 second. Sorry. So you guys have spoons. We have like a big shovel to kind of stir things. So there you go. I'm going to wait for the oil to just warm up. A good way to test the oil is I've got garlic here, which I'm going to use. Just pinch a bit of garlic. Put it on there, and it should sort of bubble up. So that's I've just put that there, and it's not bubbled up, so you know it's not quite done yet. It's starting to bubble up though. So I think I've got around looking about 5-6 tablespoons, not teaspoons, tablespoons of garlic that's going to go in. Okay, so that is starting to bubble up. Well, I think probably about now I can start. You've got to be very quick with the garlic. But you've got to be very quick to put water in, which I'll show you in a minute, or you're going to burn the whole garlic. I've done that a couple of times. So I'm going to put the garlic in now. That's in. And then we're just going to stir it. So it takes about, my cooker's about 4 or 5 minutes for the garlic to cook. Now you don't want it raw, so this is still quite raw. You want it golden really. You want it golden. But it does cook very quickly, the garlic. So what I do, I tend to put a bit of water to cool it down while I'm opening the tins, because the tins take a few minutes to open, and then you've got to put water in there as well. So we've got some really good YouTube videos coming that we filmed of our kitchen. We've recently refurbished our kitchen, so it's double the size now, and really big industrial kitchen for you guys to have a look how we do things. So the channel is all about, if you want to open an Indian restaurant, you get a good guide in the kitchen. Okay, so that's bubbling nicely now, so it's starting to cook. I'm just going to get my water ready. Just a little bit of water so it doesn't burn. So as you can see, it's got golden. Where you definitely want to aim the water is where the burner is. And you want to where the burner is. I can already feel it. It's getting a little bit, things are sticking on there. So always you want to mix directly where the flame is, so it doesn't burn. And that's the most likely place to start burning. Can you see it's starting a little bit? Can you see there? Starting to go a bit brown, just where directly where the burner is. So you want to keep stirring there in the central. I've got my gas burner just central to the pot. So yeah, it's definitely gone goldeny now. So I'm ready to splash the water. That'll cool it down. I think I'll put another one of these. And then you can put the gas a bit lower. I've cooled it down and I'll put the gas a bit lower. That will now give me time to open it up and get the water in, otherwise the whole garlic's going to burn and you're just going to have a burn taste on all of it. So it's right down, it's got water, cool water, shouldn't hopefully burn. So now we're going to go to open the big tins. So we obviously open a lot of tins, so we've got a big industrial tin opener. And then it's just really quick and easy to open the tins. We use, I find the best tomato Puree brand is White Tower. It's very good for Indian cooking. I highly recommend this one. We make 2 of these at one time. And they're 4.55 grams. Take the top off. Sometimes it's stuck in there. And what we're going to do, we're just going to put it in now. I have done smaller scale of this for you at home if you're cooking smaller amounts. Just going to get that in there. Just going to put that in there. So this will probably do, rough estimate on the top of my head, we're going to do about 700 to probably about 1,000 curries. I think about 700-800 curries. So I'm just going to now get the water. I'll put low gas, so it's not going to burn the garlic. It's in the oil. It's on low gas. I'll put water to cool it down. so it shouldn't hopefully burn. Then I'm going to get the large amount of water I need.
We had one here.
No, we have 0 now.
Yeah, oh, one again. It's not that big a deal.
While I'm waiting for the water, I'm just going to mix the bottom so it doesn't burn. It's very important to keep it mixed, otherwise it's going to burn. I've just got the base gravy cooking as well at the same time. So I'll just show you this. So 50 litres of base. But the video, I'll do another live video of the base, but not today. Now we're back to the tomato. So there's about roughly 20 litres of water there. It's a bit tomatoey because I've taken a little bit more tomato off the tin. So we're just going to pour that in. So the kitchen work is very physical, as you can see. That's it, and that's perfect. Right, now you can put the gas up, maximum, and then it's just a case of keep stirring. That's still that central point, you don't want to burn it. Keep stirring it, and it will just, the water will then, garlic, water, or your tomato paste will just cook in nicely. So you can't use the tomato paste as it comes because it's just quite thick. You need it thinner like this. You can put a lid on it, that will speed up the process. I tend to not really put a lid on it. So now it's a case of keep mixing and wait till it bubbles up. You should mix. Once it's boiled and bubbled up, you know you're done. It's going to be another sort of a 20-minute process. Don't know what to do for 20 minutes now.
It's just dropped down to 0 people. Just
Where was how many?
Well, it's fluctuated between 1 and 3. The most we've had is 3.
Oh, that's quite good. So, should we go back to the base? Show you the,
Yeah,
as it's
possibly.
Go back to the base.
Back to the base.
So as soon as I said 20, it went down to 0.
Yeah.
So you can tell how many people are actually seeing it. I think if we advertise it,
You
we're
also
doing
have
better.
one comment here.
Oh,
That was Claire, just like, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Claire.
England.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're not good?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's going to be another 15, 20
With
minutes.
the New Zealand line, you do 2 hours with maybe one soup,
Oh, really?
which is more than any other.
That's not bad, one without advertising it.
Mm.
One to 3
Especially on a
It's
Wednesday
early.
morning.
And it's
Yeah.
early, and people are at work.
Exactly.
You know, and we haven't advertised, so I'm quite happy with free.
Should I stop it or?
I don't know, because it's not done. But it's like, we're going to be in another 15, 20 minutes.
You can just put the camera
Yeah, put it-
somewhere.
It's starting
Yeah,
to do
or
stuff.
you could leave the camera just there somewhere while we make a cup of tea.
Up here, yeah.
I can't really rest it anywhere because we tried that, didn't we? I'll just have to.
It's just, you got to be careful getting in the way of that camera.
I stopped recording.
Oh, you stopped recording now?
Yeah.
The key here is just the bottom of this is to scrape it.
Mm.
That's the key thing. To scrape it so nothing gets stuck at the bottom and burnt. Once it gets burnt, things just have this nasty burnt aftertaste, as you probably know. So it's just very important to just scrape it, especially as I say, that central point where the flame is. That's where it's more likely to get burnt because the direct heat is. This is like one of the most simplest thing in the restaurant to do, but if you see the other stuff I do, especially bulk cookings, it takes a long time, and it's quite quite time consuming, quite complex as well. And when you're handling this kind of size, you can see I had to carry 20 litres of water. It's quite physical. Zero people still.
No, no.
Oh, we got one. Oh, sorry.
Turn off the recording again. It's gonna take a while. Join the water.
Shall we pause it? I don't know.
I don't know, mate.
Are we still got one person?
Yeah, the one person, yeah.
Sorry to the person that's right, but it's just the waiting process now, especially with that much. I mean, if I'd done a little amount, the household use, it would have been done by now, but it is about 30-35 litres of tomato purely, so it's going to take a bit of time. So for the one view, should we show them the base again?
Yeah, let's show the base
Let's
again.
show. As you're waiting, while that's waiting, I've got the base gravy cooking, so I will do another live video with the base, but not today. But so this is how we are.
Look at that steam.
50 kilos of onions, 50 litres of base. It's going to be roughly going to about 500 odd curries, and that is at a very hot temperature. Just getting the onions ready to be blended. It takes about this process just to take the onions to get melted and soft. It's going to take this process about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then after that, it's pretty much you blend it. It's soft. Now it's ready to blend. We have to constantly move this because otherwise, if it's in one place where the burners are, it just burns it. So we're constantly moving and taking the direction of the base pot in, so the heat is in different parts of it. Just stick it in one for an hour and a half. It's just going to burn the whole bottom. Let's go back to the tomato paste. Right, now I can feel. Right, so it's not quite done yet, but what I can feel is the tomato paste melting. It's getting thinner. It's starting to blend in. So you haven't got any lumpy bits now. But like I said, keep constantly stirring to avoid it getting burnt. But you need to full gas it now for this process to speed up, otherwise it's going to end up just taking you so long if you don't put full gas on.
That's too.
Tell you what we could do is, while that's, we've shown you the basis cooking, so this is still cooking. What we could do is we can actually show you the tandoor if you want to see it. So I'm going to light up the tandoor. This is where our naans start. I don't know if you want to have a quick look inside the tandoor. So the naans get put around the sides. We use it for chicken tikka skewers here. So we put our sheet kebabs we made, chicken tikka. We put all sorts of stuff in the tandoor. And supermarkets find it very hard to mimic naan bread because they're freshly made. And you know, it's without a tandoor, you don't get that same quality. But from fresh dough, naan bread cooks in minute and a half, and that tells you the power. This has the capacity to go to 400 degrees centigrade. That's the tandoor. What I'll do, I'm going to put a lid on it so it's a bit quicker. Normally I'm like cooking this and I'm cooking other stuff, so I can take my time.
Something's made from this flicker.
Would it be the tandoor?
You know, you've been flickering for a while. Yeah, it's like
Delicious
raw.
filling.
Well, the cooking, of course, is the fan. The cooking with fan.
Making a flicker.
I'm having this. I've tried it. It's on auto at the moment. There's only 250 and 60 are the two frequencies. It's flickering lights which it's trying to switch off.
It was a flicker while we
Yeah, it's
recording.
Yeah, it is.
Do that.
While you're away, zero people, yeah. These are all the poppadoms.
Don't worry about it.
There's got to be hundreds in here.
I'm not recording at the moment, by the way.
I'm just giving you all a tour of the kitchen now, aren't I? While we wait for the paste to cook. This is where the kitchen porter works.
Oh.
There's 0 people now.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got to find out as well. I think it could get archived. Maybe,
Yeah.
I know it does. Yeah, starting to get there now. It's not bad. You want? Yeah, that's good. So if you just joined us, we are making about 35 litres of tomato puree. So I've shown from scratch how to do it. I think it gets archived. This is my first live video, so we're just testing a few things. I think it gets archived, so if you missed it, you can always go back to it. Just going to mix it. Hopefully done in the next 15, 20 minutes. Could double flame. If I move
The back one.
it does work, but I don't know if it's going to be making much. It's quite far away from it.
So across,
Yeah.
so I can see that around without any trouble.
And if I slide it across,
No, 0.
do you get it? If I slide it, because I'm trying to speed up places, double flame it. And that one. It's going to be hard to lift up. I'm going to have to just slide it across. Have you still got it in?
Huh?
Oh, you're on me, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. That should speed it up.
Give it a chance.
I don't need to pour it in there. And once it's done, I'll just leave it.
Well, we've got that little bit.
What's that?
We've got cover that a bit more. Because that's over the right over the top.
Just waiting it out.
We've been on for 34 minutes
That's about
already.
I'd said it's going to take about half an hour, a little bit more. It'd be interesting how long we can save the footage.
I don't think there's a time limit as such.
No, not on YouTube Live, but on actual phone.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I do stuff with no one here, we need a big memory. We need to transfer the files over.
Can you
This
put
one,
a SD card in there? Micro SD?
I think you can. You could put some sort of
So you
memory
can
card
get
here.
the bigger one and put it in
I
there.
think it might have one. I'm sure I bought it. Play archive this one, we'll delete it because
Okay.
I'm just talking about like memory cards and stuff.
Yeah.
So So I think I'm sure I bought one. I didn't need it. I don't know if it's still on in there. I hope so. I hope I haven't been there.
Yeah, I mean they're not expensive, but
No,
you know.
Get one, and then if I do a new canister, I can just then give the file. So if you've just joined us, we are making tomorrow Puree, about 30-35 litres of it. And it's starting to get a bit. So it's now starting to get a bit thicker. As you can see, it's starting to bubble up a little bit. Keep stirring it. Just scrape the bottom so nothing gets stuck in there. So it's starting to get there now. That's the thickness we want. If you want to get rid of these like little bubbles, they're like sort of water bubbles, I think they are. I don't know what they exactly are. We do the base gravy one.
And advertise it.
Yeah, that would go bang. People love that. That's done really well.
But it has to be like a time when not many people are at work or whatever as well.
Well, I'd have to do it when no one's at work.
Mm.
It's such a long fucking process. So long. It's going to take 3-4 hours. But a lot of it, 1 hour, 1 hour and a half of it, is just going to be waiting for the onions just to cook. Yeah. And that's just going to be what you do in that hour and a half. And people, you still want to
You
keep
have
having
two lots going. You have one lot that's already at that.
You could do, but then I'll be overstocked. That's it. We could do something like base gravy and something else in the middle. So while you wait an hour, hour and a half,
Yeah.
you could then have something else cooking. And then, like you said, you switch from two different things. Otherwise, you just be like, especially in a live one, you just be. I want to shoot base gravy again, the big one, because that's not really well. I'm just trying to finish. I think hopefully I'll be able to finish the menu very soon. But I'm getting you to do some stuff with it. Because I know you love it here so much. Anna's, I had 4 or 5 video students. Anna's the only one that survived.
The only one that's sort of stuck on.
A couple of them have finished.
Mm.
So they're like, they'll be finishing. A couple of them, like, we've got a bit of experience. We've got something we can put on our portfolio. And that's what they're interested in. They were like kind of going, yeah, and one of them just kind of, he was meant to do the documentary. Do you remember Callum?
Yeah.
What was wrong
You
with
didn't
him?
finish it?
He didn't, yeah, he just said, I'm not, halfway through he kind of said, I've got loads going on, I'm not sure it's for me. So we've got tomato puree going. I've just done a video showing you how to make 30-35 litres of tomato puree. You're nearly there. If you missed it, we will be uploading this at some point very soon when Anna's ready to edit. Can we give you a deadline, Anna?
Yes.
This week?
This week.
This week? So it's getting a bit thicker, as you can see. Hasn't quite bubbled up. We want it to bubble up. So we're gonna. I've got the base gravy cooking at the moment, 50 litres. But I'll do another live video for the base gravy. But while we're waiting for tomato puree, we're just kind of showing you how things are. Just onions getting melted. It's getting ready to blend. See that bubbling. So that's our 50 litres of base gravy. I will show you how to do this, but not today. I'm just going to focus on tomato puree. While that's cooking, I'm just kind of showing you, we're getting things going with the base. This is how big the lid is. It's literally the size of my body. I'm hoping now the tomato puree is done. Yeah, so it's starting to bubble up. Like I said, very important to keep stirring it, especially with the flavours, so you don't burn it. If you burn it, this goes in all the curries apart from the creamy curries. So you don't want any burnt taste. Starting to bubble nicely. So if you've just joined us, we were making 35 litres of tomato puree. We are, sorry, these guys are making me laugh. Yeah, we're making 35 litres of tomato puree, which goes in most curries apart from the creamy ones. If you've missed it, don't worry, we will be editing the video. It'll go up on the YouTube. But it's all about upscaling. A lot of people have asked me, we're starting to cook or we're starting to sell it from our kitchens. And this is really for them to kind of like, how to upscale what we do. So I've been doing a lot more upscaling videos because that's been very, very highly requested. And I've got our new refurbished kitchen. It's about double the size, so I've got a lot more space to manoeuvre around. Yeah, so this is just a basic first live video of just a tomato puree, which is a very simple thing. I'll be doing base gravy, pre-cooked chicken, pre-cooked lamb, pre-cooked everything, but bulk amount. I know a lot of people are starting to do dinner parties with 30 people, 40 people, or a lot of people are starting to sell it. It's good to see. I want as many people to come into the industry as possible. So if I can help in any way, that's what I'm trying to do. So it's starting to bubble up. I think we're nearly there. Don't worry guys if you have missed it. We will be releasing a video of this. So this is about 35 litres of tomato puree, which, as most of you know, King Coke is a very, very key ingredient. We will go, so while that's cooking, it takes about 30 minutes or so. A lot of it is just it cooking. We're going to go to the base gravy. I'm going to show you this again. We've shown you quite a few times, but I've got 50 litres of base now, just cooking here, and there's about 50 kilos of onions there, oil, garlic, ginger, peppers, carrots, salt. So I will do another live video with the base at some point, but not today. That's like a 3-4 hour video, so get some popcorn ready if you want to see it. Going back, I think the tomato puree will be done now. I don't know if you guys want to, it's going to be done now. So as you can see, it's bubbling up now. So that's pretty much there now. So it took about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, even with our industrial cookers, there's a huge amount there. And you can see I'm stirring it with like a big shovel because spoon just won't really do it. You can see it's bubbling up. And it's pretty much done, really. You want a nice thickness. If it's too thin, you've added too much water. What you can always do is put more tomato paste in there. If it's too thick, just add a little bit more water. But you want it sort of like a soupy, a little bit of a thicker, soupy kind of. So yeah, you want it like a soupy thickness. The normal tomato paste, they're too thick. That's what you kind of water it down. We flavour it with the garlic and oil. So it just gives it a little bit more flavour. And it's the little things like that just make up the taste of the curry. I think that's done. So that's done, guys, now. That's bubbling up nicely. So there you have it. 30-35 litres of tomato puree if you want to upscale. Or, you know, you can upscale and keep it in the fridge or in the freezer. So you can keep it in the fridge. I've never froze it, to be honest. So I don't know how it's going to come out, but I think people do freeze it. So if you want to have a bulk cook and then just leave it, then you're more than welcome to. This is how you do 30-35 litres, which I think is going to do about 700-800 curries. So, you know, if you've got a big wedding to go to, that's how you upscale. So it's done, guys. Thank you for watching. We've had a lot of views today. And there you go, tomato puree done.
Yeah, I think it's 0 now anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So shall I say things? Shall I,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, guys, so we have it. That's nice and bubbled up. Tomato puree, about 30-35 litres. Any questions, ask me below. Please like and share my videos. I'm going to be doing a lot more upscaling now, which hopefully will help a lot of people. There we have it.